Hey everybody, it's James the Rambling Dasher, and we are back on a Monday for a dash and another ride along, trying to go for our $100 on a Monday night. We shall see. I got a little bit of a later start, so man, it is what it is. But we're gonna go out here, see what we can knock out. I had one $6 order for 6 miles, and it seemed to start the countdown pretty quick because I did not get an opportunity to accept it. And that was for Chick-fil-A. That was before I just was like, hey, I'm still in the house and trying to get stuff together, and yeah, it just disappeared on me. So then about, I don't know, 10 seconds later, I get another long distance one for $13 for like 11 freaking miles. So people, come on. I don't know why people can't get into the fast lane on this access road. Everybody's got to stay in the slow lane, which is the lane where people are merging on. Anyway, so I got this one for $13 or $13 and some change for Yum Yum, which is a hibachi place in Bryant, and there's actually 2 of them in Bryant and 1 in Benton. So anyway, but it's 11 miles and it's down off a baseline in Little Rock, which is not where I want to go. So I'm gonna have to hit pause because I will get order after order after order down there, and they usually won't be good orders. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in there and hit the pause after order if I can find it. Okay, so right now, and I'm already on the freeway, and I made a change to my computer, so now it's like everything. I wanted the words to be a little bit bigger so I can see them, but now everything doesn't fit on the screen. So you know how that goes, right? So I don't know if I can update that here. That's the wrong one. It's display. We'll take it down a notch. Alright, that looks better. So, yeah, we are the Rambling Dasher. So, a couple things if you haven't been here before, much appreciated you to stop by, take a look at us. Basically, we just do a ride along, and I have a few other videos out there associated with DoorDash as well, but ride along, just going and accepting orders, declining orders, ranting about DoorDash, ranting about customers, whatever. You know, I try to be positive, but sometimes it gets the best of me. I do this just to help pay the bills and to have extra money for travel. So other people do it for other reasons, and I'm interested in all different people and why they do DoorDash. But that's kind of in a nutshell why I do it. There's a few things on my normal bills that I can't pay for, or that I can't afford. So DoorDash covers the difference, and then all the extra goes towards trips. So we just did a trip to Portugal for a month, and we spent in a month what we spent, well, probably what we spent in a week in Savannah and Charleston last year. Well, we turned around and spent probably, if we would have done that 2 weeks in Charleston, Savannah, we would have spent $1,000 more than what we spent a month in Portugal. So we tried to go a little bit on the cheaper side. Obviously, the hotels, we got an apartment for 28 or 29 nights, I can't remember. 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 28 or 29 But yeah, we had a good time. I worked from from our apartment, so I took off the first week that we traveled, the last week that we traveled, and then it was over Memorial Weekend, so I got that Monday off. So I worked Tuesday through Friday. Then the next week I took the next 2 Fridays off, I think. So I basically worked 3 4-day weeks, which turned out to work pretty good. I mean, I work from home anyway, so it worked out very well that we got to spend time in a different country, explore for a whole month, the city of Lisbon, did a couple of little day trips, and just got to experience something different. So that was so much fun, and it's something that if I can make it 3 more years and get my kids set up in college, then that's what I intend on doing full time. So yeah, getting to that point is not an easy task. So anyway, so that's kind of where I am. I dash about 3 days a week, and my goal is $300, $100 a day. And if I don't hit the $100 a day, then I might dash a couple more days a week. So it just depends. Like 2 weeks ago, I didn't make any money on Monday, so I dashed on Tuesday. I didn't make money on Wednesday, so I dashed on Thursday. And then Friday, I hit the $100. So it was good on that Friday. Last week, I think I just worked Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So it worked out pretty good. This week I'll probably work Monday, Wednesday, Friday, unless tonight or Wednesday aren't so good. But we'll see. It works out well. Man, this thing is a long ways away. I still got 6 more minutes to go. But yeah, so we do that. I have some other tips and tricks kind of videos out there. I have this idea of doing these long format ride-along videos and then take snippets out of those videos to make short videos that are more detailed and pointed towards whatever that topic might be, but as opposed to just a rambling show of who knows what all's going to be in there. But finding the time it's all I can really do to get these long format videos out there. Right now, I was about 2 weeks, 14, 15 plus days behind. Now, I just cut some videos for the 8th, and today's the 18th. So I'm 10 days behind. So I've got them down a little bit, trying to catch those up and get them out there. So yeah. Oh my goodness, I still got a ways to go. But yeah, so that's what we do. If you made it this far, I would ask you politely to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you have an opportunity, watch the video all the way through. Whether you set it off to the side or you watch and listen for every word, wait till the end and see if we hit our goals or how close we are. I will tell you that on long nights like tonight, well, it's Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays are always like a 6-hour night. I usually split it up into 2 different videos. The first one is just a normal video and we get as far as we can towards that $100. The second video is usually in the dark until, even in the summertime, it's still in the dark because it's like, hey, if it's getting dark outside, I need to switch over to the next video. So the later videos are shorter and they finish the story, right? Did we make it to 100 or not? And we call those episodes Dashing in the Dark. So yeah, it's fun. A little play on words for Dancing in the Dark, the song. So yeah, anyway, that's what we do. And I just get on here and ramble about who knows what. You know, I've already talked about several different things already. I'm sure you already know way too much than you ever thought you would ever know about a DoorDash driver, right? So, but yeah, I do appreciate you guys tuning in. We are 1 mile away and still 4 minutes because we hit the a road with like a bunch of stoplights here. And it's really busy this time of day. What I don't like about delivering here is the fact that I am not going to dash here after I get done. So it's going to take me 20-30 minutes to get back. So that's the negative side of dashing long distances anywhere from where I normally dash, because it's either out into the woods or it's into parts of Little Rock where I do not want to participate. So yeah, it is what it is. A little bit about how I got started is my daughter came home for Christmas break, and she went to college in Kansas City. Had a probably 6 or 8 week Christmas break, and she knew she needed to make like $1,000 or something like that when she came home. And so I was like, you need to get a job, you need to get a job. She didn't get a job. So then she decided she was going to start door dashing, and I was like, all right. So she would go out for a little while, and it's like we sat there and never got any orders. I was like, I don't know what to tell you, because I never have done it. So right before she went back to school, she didn't have hardly any money, right, other than what people gave her for Christmas. And I was like, all right, let's go out for 3 nights. The last week before she had to go home, that weekend before she had to go back to KC. So we got out on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night and made $287 in those 3 nighs. And then she left, and I was like, there ain't no reason why I can't do this, because I was kind of in this place where for about 3.5 years I had 2 jobs. One was a full-time job, one was a contract job, and both jobs paid me good money. And I had, got to where I was debt free, and I was putting back money in my savings account and all this other stuff. And then I hate these apart. I've had to come to this place once before, and it's gated, and I don't know how to get in here. And there's people standing around. Alright, let me go deliver this, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, that was $13, $5 base pay with an $8 tip, which was pretty nice tip especially for over here. Much appreciated. The $13, it does take it goes a long ways, but it takes a long time to get there and all the way back. It would be nice to get $13 orders for even 5 miles, or orders that take me 20 minutes to get there and 20 minutes to get back, and you got $13. That leaves, our goal is every day to get $20 an hour, which it's not the goal, but it's something I try to get, knowing that if I hit $100 in 5 hours, then that last hour is just extra money above my daily goal. I don't remember how these roads work, and why did I come this way? Okay, I know where I'm at. Okay, so yeah, but sometimes you take $13 orders and you deliver them for 11 miles, and you take 40 minutes to get a round trip, and you try to get another $8 or $7 in that last 20 minutes. So that's what we're going to be shooting for. It is hot out here today. I think it was I saw on my phone where it said 101 earlier, and that was that was the real temperature. So, yeah. Whew. I did get out this morning. One other thing I try to do every day is I get my steps in, and I try to get in 10,000 steps. I haven't missed a day since like one of the last days of June, so I'm all of the whole month of July, and so far every day in August. So I got up this morning and took the kid to school, and then made it back and took the dog for a walk and all that before it got too hot, and then I went out again at noon or so, and yeah, I'm already at 5,700 steps before we really get dashing here. So 5,700, I might have over 8,000 by the time I'm done dashing, maybe more, depends on how busy it is and in and out of the car I get. So that's a good thing for me, is that I can get out there and get my steps in while I'm dashing, and not have to go for a 5-mile walk when I get home at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. Usually I never have 5 miles to go. I've got maybe 2.5 miles is usually maybe 5,000 steps at 10:30. I can get right at 1,000 every 10 minutes. So if I got 5,000 steps, it's going to take me about 50 minutes. So I definitely need to be home by 11 on those nights. But I usually don't want to be out that late anyway. So, and then I don't know what the deal has been lately, that if I'm pressing to get orders in to hit my $100 in the last 30 minutes between like 9:15, 9:45, it'll be over. I won't get any freaking orders at all. I'll drive up and down our whole area that I dash in, no orders. So I just go to the house and hope for the best the next time. And I don't know if that was just the last couple of weeks before school starts or what. Man, it was bad. But Friday night turned out to be really good. Last week wasn't bad at all. I got $100 all 3 nights. So that was good. One thing I do try to do, and I haven't done it yet, is just go over my ratings before we start. So obviously we've got the first one in there, but where we are right now, I'm platinum, and I'm at 83 on my acceptance rate, 100 on completion rate. Looks like I got 86% on time. Quality is at 100. I got a 4.99 rating. My deliveries in the last 30 days, just because I didn't dash on Saturday and Sunday, my deliveries dropped to 168. So I had probably 20 plus deliveries fall off, because I think I was in the 190s, and I'm at 168 now, so I was probably low 190s the other day. Alright, come on over, people, if y'all want to get in there. Okay. But yeah, 168, we'll probably bump that up to close to 170 or 180 today. Let's see. Alright guys. I'm gonna take care of a couple messages real quick, and then I will be right back when we get back into our dash areas. Alright, we are back. We just got back into Bryant, got us an $8 order, which is just what I needed. It was like 3 miles. I don't know, because I started late, I really don't know where we are in this process. So we might have about another 10 minutes before the hour's up. I doubt we can get this delivered by that time, but we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and just hit pause here. We'll catch up with you after we pick up this food, and we'll see where we go. See you in a second. Alright guys, we got this food loaded up from Casa Mexicana. I don't know what they did, but they brought it out, and then one of the other ladies that was there, she was like, I don't know what they're saying. They're all speaking Spanish, right? But I'm gonna paraphrase. She said, this don't look right. And then she told the other one that brought it out and said, this has this and this and this and this, and the woman was like, and it was already, the bag was tied up in a knot, right? And then they play it off like, oh, you silly goose. And so she took the order back in the back, and it came back with an extra tray of food. Oh my goodness. That would not have been good. But, oh well. And I'd already marked it as, well, I didn't mark it as verified. I just took the picture of the receipt. Because I can't get in there and verify what that stuff is. But anyway, so hopefully they got it all right and we're delivering in it, and we'll make a little bit of money. And this one is going to still be, I don't know, it probably takes about 3 minutes to get back within range of a restaurant. So I do know it's hot out there. It's a heat wave. I was thinking, I haven't seen the weather past like Friday night when it said it was going to be like 100 degrees for 3 days in a row, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So hopefully it cools off a little bit. I did see that by next weekend it's supposed to be like a high of 90 or something like that. So that'll be a nice change of pace. I'm ready for it to get down into the 70s for highs. My son and I are headed to Seattle in a couple of weeks. Well, really, it's not even a couple of weeks now. It's just next week. So we're leaving on a Wednesday and coming back on Sunday or Monday morning. We have I think we're there all day Sunday and fly back late Sunday night and fly in on Monday morning, I think. So we went to this thing called PAX East last year in Boston, and they do one in Boston and Seattle. I don't know if they do it every year or what, but they did the East one in Boston again this year, and the West one last year and this year were both in Seattle. So I'm a little bit trepidatious to go to Seattle, just because I just don't hear good things about being able to be out on the streets. So I don't know how really bad it is, but there's a couple days, well, there's 2 days that we're going to this conference. It's a video game conference, and then one night we're going to go to a Seattle soccer game. I think they're called the Sounders, maybe. So we're gonna do that, and try not to get mugged or harassed or anything worse than that, right? Fingers crossed. So I am gonna miss a couple days of DoorDashing. Ideally, though, I don't miss any days, but inevitably, if I'm leaving on Wednesday, I doubt that I'll get to dash on Monday and Tuesday. So somewhere along the way, I'll try to make it up, or I just won't. But yeah, I'll miss a couple days, so that's a couple $100 off of the next paycheck. That's gonna not be good. Alright, so we got one more minute to get this food up here. So I'm gonna hit pause. We'll catch up with you guys and look at the numbers after we deliver it. See you in a second. Alright, we are at, let's see, that was $2.50 base with a $5.50 tip for $8. We are at 1 hour and 6 minutes. 2 out of 3 offers accepted, and let's see, $21. So, all right, so far so good. We got, what do we got? $79 more to go. We are well on our way. Okay, so somehow or another, I've got to figure out how, and I've yet to figure this out. How can I get $300 a week without DoorDashing? I'm eating, sorry. So somehow, some way, I need to come up with a plan for $300 a week without having to drive my car, without having to do all this extra work. Alright, so we got a $6 order for 3.4 miles to Taco Bell, so we're going to accept it. It looks like possibly the delivery is right back in this neighborhood, so not too far. So we're 1.1 mile away from Taco Bell right now, which should put us back in there. So I'm gonna hit pause, eat my snacks. I got carrots, cherries, tomatoes, cheese, pepperoni, turkey pepperoni, and maybe that's it in this little snack box I have. So yeah, all right, we'll catch you on the other side of Taco Bell. All right guys, so this is not going where I thought it was going, so we have to go around to the other side of the freeway. So it's 2.1 miles. Not real sure where. Well, I don't know where this thing is taking me, but I maybe it said 3.1 miles. Now it's 3 miles. Nope, now it's back to 2.1. I don't know what it was doing. But anyway, 7 minutes and 2.1 miles, so not that bad. Alright, I'm gonna go find this. I'm gonna finish eating my early dinner, and we will be right back. Alright guys, we have that $6 order placed. That is an hour and 26 minutes in. 3 out of 4. It was $6, $2.50 base with a $3.50 tip. So continue tipping. That just means we need a $13 order in about 30 minutes to top off the hour. I do like this little neighborhood here. I don't know if they ever closed this gate up here. It looks like it works. What I don't like about these things is that they don't give you enough room to get off the pavement to key in a gate code off of the road. So it's kind of cumbersome in that regard. Alright. We're gonna go drive around, see what kind of orders we can get. I'm gonna finish some snacks. All I got is cherries left, and I'm sure you don't want to see me spitting out cherry pits, so we'll be back shortly. Okay, we are back with what ended up being 2 orders to Lane's Chicken, and I don't know how much they were each, to tell you the truth, so we'll roll with the punches and see what we get at the end. Between the two, oh, I hate this place here. So trying to figure out how to get out of this parking lot from down here. I thought I was going to the where I normally leave out of the Taco Bell exit, and that is not where I'm at here. All right. So we are, yeah, I seriously don't remember how much the orders were. I think one of them was only the second one, the add-on order, which they always get you with the add-on orders is some lowball price. I think this first one was 7 something with a plus sign. And I don't know which one's which. But anyway, we got 2.3 miles to go here in 7 minutes. So we're going to get this one delivered. Then we're going to start on the next one. And we'll see where we end up. I'll check back with you when I drop off the first one. See how much money we made. And so forth. But I'm going to get some more snacks here. We've been eating our snacks for an hour, I think. So we're going to try to finish those things off on this segment. So we'll be back in a couple seconds. Alright guys, that one was $7, but it turned out to be $8 with the plus button. There was some confusion because I have 2 different orders and both people's name was on that receipt, which is very weird. So anyway, so that's $35 in an hour and 56 minutes. Continue, and now we're going to the next person's place. So I'm gonna let them know we're headed that way. Boom, 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 boom. Funny meme. Ding, and we're on the way. And directions. 4 minutes with 11 minutes. Wow, that's a long way. So, all right, I'm gonna drive through this freaking neighborhood and get out there. So we'll catch up with you on the other side. All right, guys, that was $5.50, which was $2.50 plus a $3 tip. We're up, I don't know, I didn't see the total. It was $40 and some change, a little bit over 2 hours. And I gotta figure out how to get out of this place. I'm just gonna go up here and find a place to turn around. It is hot out here, hot out here, hot out here. Boy, just use these people's driveway because they don't have any cars in it. That'll teach them. Park your cars in your driveway, people. Otherwise, you'll have people turning around in it. Oh. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right. Got that one taken care of. Now we're going to drive to get back into town. So, probably, I don't know, we're going to come out at the end of Benton, where it's kind of like, if I go across the freeway, it'll head me into downtown, or I can split off to go down Military. I may, if I don't get a what is it called? Did I miss my turn? I missed my turn. Dang it. Alright. I don't know what I was doing. I gotta turn around again. These people got a Buick Regal. Is that a Buick Regal? I don't remember. Up on jacks in their driveway. Alright. Now I gotta pay attention. How do I get out of this neighborhood? Where is the road? I don't know. I know I didn't drive that, but it's kind of like it's hidden over here. It's very, yeah, it's kind of like you turn on it and it just kind of drops off down this steep hill into the Highway 5. Alright, $40.50 is where we're sitting at. I think it was somewhere around 2 hours and 6 minutes or so. So, alright, I'm gonna take another break until we hit another order. We're pretty close to doing $20 per hour the first couple of hours, which is good. We just got to keep it up for about 3 more, and so we can call it a night. So we're gonna keep trying, driving around to the right places and getting the right orders, and roll out with a $100 bill. So anyway, I'll be right back. Bye. Alright guys, we have got this food in there. We sent the customer a message saying we're on the way, and we are trying to get out of here. And squeezing out of McDonald's parking lot that's in a convenience store. And then we get to go to Haskell. All the joys. 5 miles, 8 minutes. So I'm gonna listen to a little radio programming for a second here. Catch my breath from, you know, all that extra steps going into McDonald's there. And yeah, I'll catch up with you when we drop this food off. See you in a minute. Alright guys, so we got, I don't know what happened there, but we got $8.50 out of that deal. Somewhere along the way it says they gave us a $2 extra chip, so that was nice. It was $3.50 base with a $5 tip. We're at $51 after 2 hours and 37 minutes, so 6 out of 8 offers. So yeah, I don't think I ever sent them, because they came out and got it. So I'm gonna say that it was delivered, and I appreciate the extra tip. I can't find it in this new app. There we go. Nathan. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah, they got a mailbox across the street, but nowhere on this side do they. I don't know, I just got another message saying I got another $2 tip. So I don't know if I got two $2 tips. Let's go back into DoorDash. I don't see anything that I can see that my pay is increased anymore. I just see the $51. So it is what it is. I don't know why I got it twice, but got the message twice. I don't see the money on there twice. So, but that's all right. I don't have to have it twice. Once is enough. All right. Okay, so we're a ways out of any kind of jurisdiction. So we're gonna drive back into town, see if we can get some more orders. We got 49 more dollars to go. And it is 7 o'clock. So we're over $50 by 7 o'clock. So that's good, especially seeing how we started a little late. Let's see, that's so roughly 3 hours, not quite 3 hours yet. So we need 10 more dollars to have the $20 in 3 hours. We ain't gonna hit that, but I'm happy with having 50 by 7. Especially considering we started late, and so yeah, we're gonna give it our best and see what we can come up with. So we'll see you as soon as we get another order. Alright guys, we have driven around for a little while. We were all the way in Haskell. We drove all the way through Benton and did not get an order. Drove up to the Alcoa exit. Nothing over there where Chili's or McAllister, Whataburger, B-Dubs or anything. Nothing. Drove across the freeway. Got a $4.50 order for like 5 miles. I declined it. Got another $4 order. I declined it. And now I got a 7-something order for I don't know how many miles, but 7-something from Freddy's. So we're on our way to Freddy's. It's right up here. I can see it. So we'll let you know the distance and what it is after we get back. See you in a second. All right, guys, we got Freddy's all loaded up. 6 minutes, 2.6 miles, so not too far away. We have I sent him a couple of messages already and told him we were on our way, and they wrote back and said awesome, thank you, I think is what it said. Let's see, awesome, thank you. What's so funny about that is I told them I was, thanks for the free food. And they said, awesome, thanks. Suckers! Alright, let's go deliver this food. See how much we got to do after this one. This is going to be, put this around 58-ish, I think. So, we're falling behind the 8 ball now. We had $51 at 3 hours, but it's gonna be tough to get it's gonna be, I think it's slowly gonna get tougher, but maybe we'll hit a spot here. People will start ordering at 8 o'clock or 7:30, 8 o'clock. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Hey. I'm feeling a little tired now. This is what happens on the days that I gotta take the kid to school in the morning. I'm definitely not liking the night of DoorDashing after I take him to school in the morning, because it is hurting my eyes. So, alright, I'm gonna go deliver this. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got that order. It was $7.25. So $2.25 base, $5 tip. We're up to $58.25. I didn't look at the time. It is harder and harder to get 2 deliveries in an hour. So I find that, I don't know, maybe not disturbing, but I do find it hard to do. So I think I talked the other day, my goal is to get 2 $8 orders, and one of them give me a $5 tip every hour, an extra $5 tip. So $8 orders, that's 16, $5 tip, that's $21. So if I can get those 2 orders with one of those 2 people every hour giving me an extra $5 tip, then I'll be doing good. So yeah, so far that hasn't happened. So far that has not happened. Alright, so we got to get back into areas that have deliveries. So I am going to sneak down to right here is I think Congo Road, maybe. I don't know, is that what it's called? Yeah, Congo Road. So I'm gonna go south to the freeway, head down by Chepe's, which is open on Monday nights. The Mighty Crab is open on Monday nights. And then we are going to go from there. If we don't get anything there, then there's a Papa John's. Then swing around and come back on the south side of the freeway back towards Bryant. See if we get anything from military. And then we'll just go back to Alcoa and work that place. See what happens. Fingers crossed we get an order somewhere along the way, because the 7 o'clock hour has been extra slow so far anyway. We got one order for $7.25. So we need to remedy that. Now granted it's only 7:31, but yeah, we need to remedy that. I had a $51 at 7 o'clock, a little bit before 7, and one 7:25 order since then. And there's a $3.50 order for Sonic that we will flat out decline. We're declining. That puts us at 79%, which just kind of sucks. I was up over 90 the other day. So let's turn that 350 into something worthwhile. Come on now. Let's turn it into something. So I just jumped over to my YouTube channel for the Rambling Dasher where you watch these videos. We are up to 46 followers. 46 subscribers. Well, nothing from Chepe's, nothing from Mighty Crab so far. Alright guys, I'm going to hit the pause button here. We are running slow today. It's kind of just slow. Let me think about this. Yeah, I can't. I was trying to think if I normally talk about things that we did over the weekend. Ooh, there's a $5.50 order that's only 2 miles. I'm going to go ahead and accept that one. That'll put us at about $12.75 for the hour of the 7 o'clock hour. So, which is better than $7, right? It's better than $3.50 for more mileage. So this one is only 2 miles, and we are 1.3 miles away from Yum Yum. So interesting that maybe it'll be within a couple of minutes of the restaurant, and I can go get another order in the 7 o'clock hour. So fingers crossed, right? But yeah, we probably got another 10-15 minutes in this particular video for being the full video, and then we'll probably shut it down and move on to Dashing in the Dark, because it's getting a little not dark yet, but you know, in the next 15 minutes the sun is down. It's blocked by trees pretty good, so might be a good off-ramp point, and to let the cliffhanger be that, you know, we're sitting at about $60, but we're going to be able to make that extra $40 to get our 100 in the Dashing in the Dark video. Cliffhanger. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, how dark it is after this pickup, and if this delivery is really close like I suspect it will be. Like I suspect it to be. Yeah. Alright, we are here. I'm gonna jump out and grab it, and we'll catch you on the other side. Yep, so this one is 7/10 of a mile and only 3 minutes. How do I get there though? Okay. Interesting. Oh, I probably need to turn the headlights on. So this could be the last order before we switch it over to dashing in the dark. I guess this guy's gonna wait for me. All right. So I hope you guys are having a good time tonight. It is, you know, as usual, I try to make this thing as suspenseful as possible to, and they just sent a message that says, thank you. Well, they didn't say ha ha, they just sent a laughing emoji. So I'm gonna say my pleasure with a cheesy grin. Okay, go straight across here, which might be taking my life into my own hands. Okay. So yeah, I hope you've liked it well enough to hit the like and subscribe button. I hope you've watched it to the end here. We still got a couple more minutes. I'm gonna say that we are gonna end it after this drop off. So what we do at the end of every episode is we kind of tally up where we're at. Make sure we, you know, just like at the end of every order, we tell what we got on each particular order, and then we move on from there to look at. So we do it at the beginning and the end. We look at the current status, ratings and things to see where we're at. Some of it doesn't change during the dash, but some of it does. So we'll see that my AR will have dropped. Maybe some of the other things could have dropped. Some of it could have went up, you know. It could be the AR goes up sometimes, but I've declined a handful of orders in this dash, so that'll happen. But it's okay. All right, I am here. We'll catch up with you in just a second. So that was nice. $5.50 for that order. 8 out of 13 orders in 3 hours and 30 minutes. So total of $63.75. So yeah, anyway, so, and they just sent me another message. Let's see, can I get to it? Thanks again, you have a good night. So I'm not gonna really reply to that. I'm just gonna say 3 smiley faces with stars for eyes, whatever that means. I don't even know. So with that being said, we're gonna jump over to the ratings real quick. If I can get to the home screen, ratings. All right, so my AR has dropped to a appalling 79%. Our completion rate is 100. Our on time has dropped to 85. Quality at 100. I gotta figure out how to get back to town. Deliveries in the last 30 days, 175. And we're at 2963 on lifetime delivery. So we're slowly inching up on that 3,000 mark. So I saw someone post the other day that they got something like, it's like they got a $10 coupon for 2,000 deliveries. So, and that was only if they spent like 30 bucks or something. I don't know. It was something, one of those kind of deals. So they were ranting about that, you know, the fact that, hey, I've put like 30,000 miles on my car for this number of orders, blah 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 blah, you know, and thank you so much for that $10 coupon off of a $30 order, so I have to buy $30 just to get $10 off. So anyway, it was a pretty funny rant. And you know, it would be nice that if DoorDash would do something spectacular for people who have been around this long, right? Who have done that many deliveries for them. As opposed to just say, hey, here's a coupon, here's a percentage off coupon. Not even like, hey, here's a meal on us. No, it's a percentage off of a meal. So it just really is like, you gotta have money to go spend so that you can get the $10 off. Yeah, no, that's not a real thing. But anyway, so I'm gonna drive around, see what other kind of orders I can find. Look forward to seeing you guys again in the next episode, which is going to be Dashing in the Dark. Looking forward to that. So again, like, subscribe, watch to the end. Much appreciated. You guys are the greatest. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.